I mean, this is one of those movies we got to start doing a phone and a friend, and another horror person that enjoys horror more needs to watch it so they could appreciate it.
That's the point of this, is you give a non-horror fan's perspective.
Well, non-horror fan perspective, it's a don't bother.
So we just watched Lou Ferrigno's The Hermit, which is him being a cannibal out in the woods, which I appreciated.
I wish he would have just stayed a hermit, and I didn't know about it.
It is a more micro budget movie. So when you're watching one of these movies, especially as a horror fan, you know what you're getting into. But it starts off with a good kill, right?
Yeah, the first 5 minutes, I was like, okay, let's go. And then 15 minutes later, I was like, can we just turn it off, please? I didn't say anything to you, so you didn't know that. You were surprised. But it started out strong, and then I liked the ending because it has a twist that I didn't see coming, and because it meant the movie was over.
I appreciated it a little bit more. There were some challenges, like I said, just because it's a micro budget movie, and you can kind of tell what they were working around. But there's a lot of things that I thought were they used the budget really well for, like all of the sets and stuff like that, because he lives out in the woods and he lives in a cabin, and it's very Wrong Turn meets Friday the 13th Part 2, kind of meets Texas Chainsaw, a little bit like that. And so the sets really worked for that. Like when he would go into his cabin, it was dirty, and of course there was heads and horns and stuff all over the cabin and stuff. And I think they did that really well.
Okay, yeah, the cabin was dilapidated and gross. And why is it like that? The story just jumped around everywhere. I mean, this is one of those movies we got to start doing a phone and a friend, and another horror person that enjoys horror more needs to watch it so they could appreciate it for what it is, so that I don't have to be mean. Because my mom always said, if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That's the point of this, is you give a non-horror fan's perspective. So,
well, non-horror fan perspective, no, you're not going to appreciate anything. It wasn't scary, and I was bored, and there were so many things that just didn't make sense to me and irritated me that I was like, why are you doing that? What am I supposed to be looking at? What is this flashback? What is going on? That, like I said, it's like when I watch some of those Hallmark rom-coms, I turn them off because I'm like, this is too silly. I'm not watching this movie. And that's what this is.
I will concede that. I mean, there was some weird editing going on, especially around some of the action sequences and stuff, and I think that's where they were kind of trying to work around their budget. But at the beginning, it starts off really strong with that first kill, and then it goes to the family that obviously meets Hugo, who is the hermit, who's Lou Ferrigno. They're setting that character up, and then they're flashing back to Hugo and what he's doing. And what they're showing him doing during that time isn't really engaging. He's like looking at pigs and like just kind of milling about. So I get where you're coming from there, but I think the acting, especially in the lead actress, I thought she was good. I thought she did well. We'll agree to disagree. But the overall story I liked. I thought it was good.
I think it could have been. And again, like I said, I like the ending, but none of the middle. Like the middle was just clear as mud.
Yeah, it does.
And the family, they're not likable. The dad is not likable. The daughter, I don't really like her either. And then the boyfriend, he's a douche. And they're going camping and hiking in the woods, and he's dressed like he was going on a yacht. Like, it's just things like that irritate me, because I'm like, okay, even if you don't have a budget, you can still dress the people accordingly. Nobody's going to go camping and hiking in the woods in these clothes.
I guess because I was more engaged, or I wasn't so bothered by the rest of those things didn't bother me.
And Hugo has like a spotless car. Super clean. So why can't you have a clean home?
It's easier to clean a car.
Our home is clean. Our car's always dirty.
I did, one of the things I thought they did well, or I thought was cool, was Lou Ferrigno in real life has hearing impairment. Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. And they actually kind of brought that into the character, which I thought was a cool thing, just to add that in and added a little bit of depth to the character that you don't normally see in these types of like slasher movies. I thought that was a good idea.
Well, yeah, but even the way they did that, it was like throwing it in there, like in the movie Thank You for Not Smoking. How are they going to be smoking in space? I'll just throw a line in there. Oh, thank goodness we created this so that you could smoke in space. It was like just out of nowhere. Do you think he can't hear? Maybe that's it.
There was something else in the movie that showed that too, but
I guess I missed that too.
Okay, so do we want to get into ratings?
I wonder what mine's going to be. It's a don't bother. For non-horror fans, I'm really sorry. It's a don't bother, and it's not because it's disturbing or it's just a no.
For me, it's a streamer. I think for horror fans who enjoy kind of micro budget horror, there's enough story there. I like Lou Ferrigno. I think he did a good job, and I think you can get some enjoyment out of it. So I'd say it's a streamer. Okay, if you haven't seen The Hermit and you want to go in fresh, then pause here, watch one of our other videos, and come back once you've seen it. So I guess talk about the twist that I think we both think added, something to the movie we didn't see coming, at least.
Yeah. She basically has Stockholm syndrome. So she, gets captured by him and is, she's there for like 8 months. You don't know that in the whole time of the movie. You think she's only there for like 2 days.
And you think the boyfriend's still there and they're trying to escape.
They're trying to escape but all of that's a fake story. And she's been living with him the whole time for like 8 months.
Well, I thought it was a cool, because most of the movie is told from the perspective of her
talking to a reporter.
She's
doing an interview.
Yeah, a reporter.
The whole movie's a lie, and she's like with Hugo and helps him kill people, and she's pretending like she's his mom and lives with him now and wants to keep living with him.
She kind of takes on the mom role, because that's his whole thing. Is he's kind of like the Friday. That's where it kind of get the Friday the 13th feel. Is
he's a mama's boy.
He's a mama's boy, and they trick him into thinking that she's still alive and out there, and she needs money to get back. And yeah, so she starts helping Hugo because he's basically kind of being tricked by these people to make this jerky and sell to them, because apparently it's popular.
Human beef jerky.
Which
again, you have all these pigs. You're a pig farmer, but you don't kill your pigs. But then he just keeps killing people to make beef jerky out of people. And see, that bothers me.
It's a secret recipe.
The people that are tricking him into it and saying he has to do it, still work at this nasty gas station, and they look filthy and poor themselves. So they make it seem as though they're making all this money off of this cannibal beef jerky. And it's like, where's the money going then if you're making money?
They're paying off their yacht that they have.
And they're telling them, oh, this is a great place to go fishing. Of course, you can't trust those backwoods kind of little town gas stations if you've ever seen Texas Chainsaw.
That's how they were kind of getting them, is they were telling them to go fishing, and then that's where Hugo was at, and so that's how Hugo would.
You don't see a lot of the kills.
That's what I was going to say.
You see some of them.
I was going to say that's what's tricky with this too, is like to talk about the kills from a spoiler perspective. Is a lot of them are a little off screen, and that's why I say like the budget kind of comes into it to where.
Yeah.
But again, overall, I'd say if you're a horror fan, you can stream it and get some enjoyment out of it.
Well, there's peeing in a bucket in this, so you know that it's gonna be a no for me. I can't even rate the bathroom. The bathroom's a bucket.
Yeah.
That makes me think that other people have the bathroom thing like me too. That there's so many bathroom scenes in these horror movies.
I mean, I don't want to go into a dirty bathroom.
Yeah.
But I just don't rate the bathrooms of every movie I see.
Whatever. I said phone a friend.
Yeah.
So what did you think of The Hermit? Did you think it needed to stay hidden the way I did? Or did you appreciate it for what it was the way William did? Let us know in the comments.
Thanks for joining us today. And remember, around here, the fear is family.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe. And tune in next time to The Fear Review, where the fear is family.